Welcome everybody, thanks for joining us for NBA action on 2K Sports. Moments away, it'll be the Philadelphia 76ers going up against the Cleveland Cavaliers at Rocket Mortgage Fieldhouse. I'm Kevin Harlan with Greg Anthony and Richard Jefferson alongside. David Aldridge is with us from the floor tonight. Hey, Dave.
Well, thank you, Kevin. We all know Joel Embiid's incredible blend of size, strength, and skill. He says, whenever I want, I'm able to be Shaq. And I'm also able to be Dirk, Kobe, or MJ, or any guard, really. Just a combination of everything offensively. Kevin, whether it's shooting off the dribble or pulling up or ball handling, he does it all well.
He does indeed. David, thanks. Now a look at Philadelphia's starting lineup. We've got P, Joel Embiid out there with Tristan Thompson. Then there's Tyrese Maxey. And it's Harden in at the point guard position. And for Cleveland, the defensive pair in the post, Mobley and Allen. Darius Garland is out there with Okoro. And it's Osman in at the 3 spot. And about the 76ers, Richard, they've been impressive.
Yeah, they've been on a 50-win pace for about the last 5 seasons. And with Joel Embiid every single year, you are going to be a contender. This is their window, and they are bringing in the talent to get it done.
Lets it go from deep. Maxey grabs the miss. And so it's Maxey with it. He brings it up for the Philadelphia 76ers. The 3 from Harden. And a rebound goes to the Cavaliers. Here's Osman. Outside Garland. Shot clock at 5. Allen passes to Osman. And here's Garland for 3. Here's P. Turned in an outstanding game against Atlanta.
Ball control, body control, and a nice touch. All the ingredients you need for a smooth reverse.
Okoro kicks to Osman. Pass to Mobley. 3-pointer. Here's Allen, and denied. He sends it right off the glass.
Oh, wow. Okay, we're going to start the game with 4 straight misses. Look, that's about as rough as it gets. It'll get going soon.
Pass to Okoro. Over to the left wing. Garland against Embiid. Garland with the bucket.
When you give Garland these looks, oh, he's going to find ways to capitalize. But I love his aggressiveness.
Harden looking it over. Lets it go with the 3. Evan Mobley with the rebound.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Garland kicks to Okoro. The pass to Osman. This one for 3. Buries it from 3-point range.
So he had time to line it up. And you know what? He's capable.
Passes it to Maxey. Here's Guerrero. Here's Embiid. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
The reach of Embiid with his size and wingspan, he's a real threat on the offensive glass.
Garland the pass to Mobley. Lets a floater go.
So
for Cleveland, their last game, a win against the Raptors.
Remarkable consistency from deep. You can't count on that every game, especially on the road.
Yeah, they just pummeled them from the perimeter. Did a nice job working the ball around and getting those high percentage looks.
And the foul on Pete. That's his first foul. Richard, we're seeing a lot more back-to-backs now at this mid-portion of the season. What are those like to play in for a player?
Oh, they are fun because it's a mental challenge and it's a physical challenge more than anything on that one. But I love it. I am not opposed to back-to-backs because you know what? There were players that used to have to play them and fly on flights in the morning. Now we get to fly on private jets. So if they can do it, we can do it.
And you got to get your rest, though, between those games, don't you? Huh?
Yeah, you got to get your rest. You got to get your sleep, but do not eliminate the back-to-backs. I love them.
Just under 3.5 minutes gone here in the first quarter. Mobley trying to free himself up. A nice shot by Okoro.
Oh, perfect timing there to knock down the teardrop.
Here's Guerrero. And he jams it right over Jared Allen. Wow!
And that is a great move off the baseline and a big-time play at the basket.
Agreed. Fantastic reverse dunk. Had to get up high for that one. Timeout is called. First of the game for the Cavaliers.
It's time for T-shirts.
Group substitution here for Cleveland. Kevin Love's checked in for Evan Mobley. Markkanen comes in for Jetty Austin. Sexton, he's checked in for Isaac Okoro. And Ricky Rubio subbed in for Garland.
Looking at this Cleveland Cavaliers team, this is a squad that really wants to get out of that championship team shadow. They want to establish their own identity.
Here's Pete, defended by Allen. He no good. The Cavaliers trail by 3. Sexton kicks to Love. Sexton deciding where to go with it. Turn around Jay. Offensive rebound. Here's Allen. Kicks it out to Rubio. The Cavaliers again can't hit. The 76ers leading by 3. We talked about it, Richard. The city of Cleveland eternally grateful to LeBron for winning them a title back in 2016.
And so is the franchise, but it's understandable why these players want to be given respect on what they've done for this team since he left, especially considering the recent success they've had with this young crew.
Now, here's Rubio. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against Toronto.
And what opened things up for him was his passing. He was making so many plays that the D had to play off him.
Here's Pete. He's guarded by Love. And the call on the shot sends him to the line.
Yeah, easy call.
Philadelphia shooting their second and third free throws tonight.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line.
And he sinks the second. GA, it wasn't long ago that the Cavs were an afterthought in the NBA.
Well, not anymore. I mean, Cleveland has a tremendous young roster. They play some of the toughest D in the NBA, and they're only going to get better in the years to come.
Here's Here's Marjanovic, and he converts the layup.
They've wasted no time settling into their offense.
And so Sexton will bring it up for Cleveland. They trail by 9 points. And guys, this is the first they're seeing of the 76ers this year.
The game is the first of a 3-game season series for these clubs, both looking to take round 1.
Whoever wins here immediately gets the edge in the season series, so I expect to see both teams with intensity.
Now, here's Rubio. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him.
So much reach. Allen using that wingspan to his advantage.
We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Here's Guerrero. That's in there. Thomas with the assist. 13 points for P.
Coming off a big game, his confidence couldn't be higher, and Coach knows it.
When it ain't broke, leave it alone until someone stops him. Just let him roll.
Outside, Sexton. Knocked loose. Here's Guerrero. And then jammed down. He goes right over Colin Sexton.
I like their focus coming in. Terrific execution so far.
Couldn't come up with a much better start than this. They just have to keep it going.
And so it's the Philadelphia 76ers going into the break with a 10-point lead. A terrific tempo and a great pace. The fast break has been a central part of their offense. We'll get right back to the action when we return. And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. All right, well, a look at how the points have been generated so far. A scoring breakdown for the 76ers. Here's Harden. 10-point lead. This is their biggest. Okoro out there with Darius Garland. Then there's Kevin Love. Then it's Evan Mobley. And it's Osman in at the 3, the small forward. That's the group for Cleveland going right now here in the second. Here's Garland. Philadelphia able to drain the 3. The drive by Mobley. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. That one on Embiid.
Well, he has such tremendous upside in Evan Mobley, and we've even heard coaches express jealousy that J.B. Bickerstaff gets to coaching.
Young big men usually take time to adapt to this league, not him. Beyond the production, you love his maturity and the leadership by example.
The first one falls.
When you have an MVP caliber player like Joel Embiid, you have to be in win mode now. And the Sixers are doing everything they can to get their big fella to the finals.
No good on the second free throw. Is it hard, Richard, to balance the present and the future if you're a team like the 76ers?
No, you should have 100% focus on here and now. Why? Because players like Embiid only come around every 20, 30 years in your franchise. So you should just hedge all of your bets and try and get it done while you have the window.
And it feels like that is truly the direction. There's no deviating from it at all.
No, that's the direction. You look at the champions, the Golden State Warriors, the Milwaukee Bucks, the Lakers. They have all done the same thing. They went into win-now mode.
Guerrero, a three-pointer off the mark.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
A drive by Garland. The slam dunk by Garland.
Shows the speed and the hops. Garland with the finish.
The 76ers leading by 10. Kicks to Harden. Good ball movement here by the 76ers. Yep, that one goes in there. P's got 22 points.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Timeout called the Cavaliers.
Look, some of James Harden's career numbers are crazy, but he's also got a lot of firsts to go along with those overall totals, like the first 60-point triple-double.
And a chance now to see how teams are faring across the league. Here's the latest edition of the Power Rankings. Taking a look at Cleveland. They sink a little bit here in the rankings, still, though, remaining in the top 5.
And seeing where the 76ers are, they've sure made a statement here early on, outpacing some teams that were expected to be better, owning that top spot and defending it with pride.
Now, here's Garland. Coming off a stellar performance against Toronto. Mobley misses. And Harden was the first player to average 35 points and 7 assists in a season.
Yeah, and that was in the 2018-19 season. The same year, he was also the first player to score at least 30 points against every other team. No one had done that since the NBA expanded in 2004.
Here's Osman. 76ers getting the bucket. Maxey with it. Pass to Guerrero. From deep. Mobley with the rebound. The Cavaliers trail by 14. The three from Garland. Once again off the mark by Cleveland.
And they've only got a slight edge on the boards, but it just feels a lot bigger.
Just a beautiful job of scanning the floor, finding the open man. Harris looking to involve his teammates.
Second quarter of play with almost 3 minutes gone. And stolen by Harris. Here's Guerrero, and he dunks it down.
That's a double whammy, guys.
That's right. A great defensive play, then the emphatic stuff.
Yeah, once he poked it away, you knew what was on his mind.
Garland with the bucket.
And he's doing everything he can offensively to lift them out of this hole. But I'm not sure his hot shooting can do it alone.
And the 76ers decide to take their first time out here. A different look now for Cleveland. Jared Allen's checked in for Love. And Ricky Rubio subbed in for Jetty Osman. Then for the 76ers, Thompson, he's checked in for Harris. And it's Juan Hernan-Gomez in for Pete. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. You know, Greg, you played on some gritty teams, and we hear that expression, getting punched in the mouth. And it's not usually literal, but what's that look like on the floor? What's it feel like on the court?
Kevin, you're just out hustling and out muscling the team. At times you'll see it. They've kind of checked out mentally. And I'll tell you what, it is one of the best feelings in sport. Just a little confusion among the D as to who was supposed to be on it.
That one is good from Joel Embiid.
Credit to the defense for getting all over Embiid, but he just muscles his way to a good look inside.
Now, here's Okoro. He's averaging around 5.5 points a game. Allen, a screen on Hernan-Gomez. Tries from 7. That's tipped. Now here's Embiid. Guarded closely. Shot's good by Hernan-Gomez.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Here's Okoro. And Thompson sends it back. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Thompson. Lauri Markkanen's checked in for Okoro. Off the inbound pass, and it's Allen slamming it down.
And you got to like the vision for Markkanen. I mean, a big man who knows how to find the open man.
Thompson outside. Embiid with a screen on Mobley. Here's Maxey. That three off the mark. And so Markkanen will bring it up for the Cleveland Cavaliers. It's a 16-point game.
And fought hard to make his way to the rim, but give the deep credit, did just enough to force him to clank that one.
Now here's Embiid. Fuses the glass to finish the layup. Embiid's got 4 points this quarter.
Yeah, that was the third straight high percentage look the defense has allowed. The defenders have got to start putting bodies on bodies.
Thompson against Mobley. Back to Rubio from past the arc. That one's rebounded by Embiid. Embiid's got his 6th rebound on the night. Here's Harden. There's the drive. Here's Maxey. Thompson for 3. It's hauled in by the Cavaliers. Allen's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Kicks it out to Markkanen. James Harden with the rebound.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat.
It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Embiid with the screen on Rubio. And Harden with the stuff.
Whenever it's Harden running pick and rolls, you have to stop the ball first, ladies and gentlemen, or he will get you.
Sexton against Maxey. The shot by Sexton, no good.
And you got to give credit to the D for never giving up on the play and doing just enough to bother him at the rim.
Your Cavaliers, 23. The 76ers, 43.
Thanks very much. With J.B. Bickerstaff, Coach, what will be the areas of emphasis on defense in the second half?
Well, we got to do a much better job just being physical, fighting them deep down in the post. We got to be very aggressive early, not letting them get deep post catches, make them have to kick the basketball out, not take those easy buckets.
That is doing your work early, and we'll see if you can do it in the second half. Thanks, Coach. Back to you.
Thanks, David. And we'll be back shortly following halftime to get the third quarter underway.
Hello and welcome. Before we take a look at the action from the first half, a brief overview of some upcoming games.
And for that matchup against the Magic, they clearly have the advantage. But they have to maintain their focus and execute on it.
Looking forward to seeing how that one plays out, that's for sure. And keeping things moving, what a tremendous first half performance for the 76ers.
It's obvious crashing the boards was a point of emphasis. They're rebounding by committee, and their dominance in that category is a key reason for this lead.
Their opponent needs to find some Windex because they need to start cleaning the glass.
Ooh, Ernie, I see how you did that.
And that'll do it for halftime. We send you back to Kevin Harlan, who has the second half call.
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. A fantastic game from P in this one.
No problem fighting his way to the rim in this one. A lot of points in close.
And you love that mindset he has going at the rim. He hasn't settled for anything, and he's been the aggressor all game long.
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. Rigid for the Cavs, the progress that Darius Garland has made in just a few seasons is nothing short of remarkable.
Well, he took a giant leap last year, and he got better in just about every offensive category, and people recognize it. He was third in most improved player voting and probably would have finished a little bit higher had they not dealt with injuries at the end of the season.
And he was an all-star.
Yes, sir.
Getting underway in the second half, here's the 5 for Doc Rivers. We've got Thompson, Tyrese Maxey out there with Harden. Then it's P, and it's Embiid, and at the center, filling out the middle. Just 5 on the clock. Mobley sets the pick for Garland. Second chance shot, and Mobley lays it in.
and you can't let Mobley run free on the offensive glass. This is how you get burned.
The 76ers leading by 21. Here's Guerrero. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. And from college to the pros, Richard, you played for some legendary coaches. And speaking of coaching, is that something you've ever entertained doing?
I never have, and I never will. Coaching, the amount of hours that you have to spend sounds exhausting. I love my job right now, and you know why I love my job? Because I get to work with you.
Oh, listen, the feeling's mutual. He's perfect from the line this time. And about a minute of action so far in the third quarter. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Osman, the pass to Garland. And Embiid with the block.
Yeah, defensively, Embiid can take over a game with his reach. Big block from him there.
Oh, my!
Nice finish.
That is not possible. What we just... Is that possible?
I think it is, Greg. Not probable, but like possible, like you said. And the Cavaliers call time here.
Get up and get loud. Please welcome to the floor, your Cavs powerhouse dance team.
Cleveland making a change here. Love's checked in. And checking out some numbers for Darius Garland. Here's Garland. 8 points for him. And we're just about a minute and a half into the third quarter of basketball.
Yeah, and that was lining up to be a huge alley-oop, but they just couldn't quite connect.
Just go to show how tight your timing needs to be on this kind of play.
P with the bucket.
A clean start to the half for them, knocking down their first 3 shots.
Here's Garland out left of the wing. Osman nailed from three-point land. Osman's got 6 points.
Getting better at recognizing when his teammates are open. Garland, great time right there.
And Garland, a finalist for Most Improved Player of the Year in 2022, took a huge leap forward with his play.
The basket, the bump, and the foul. Oh, what a play.
When you allow good scorers to get uncontested shots at the rim, no wonder you're losing.
That's a great possession. Put your best players in a position to succeed.
For Garland, he put in the work, and it all came together for him, GA.
His shooting reached a tipping point, was given the keys as a playmaker, and this is a great situation for him. And, boy, he's made the most of it.
And so it's Garland who brings up the ball for the Cavaliers. It's Samart, and he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
The continued evolution of Garland has been fun to watch. Every aspect of his game continues to grow and get stronger and more confident.
The Cavaliers have converted 1 of 2 free throws so far today. Both free throws good from Garland. Philadelphia has gone 2 of 2 from long range in the third quarter so far. Here's Guerrero. Another 3 for Philadelphia.
Yeah, those are starting to add up, guys. Of their last 5 baskets, 3 have been triples.
Okoro passes to Allen. Here's Garland. No good off the back of the rim.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
He with the bucket.
He's been locked all the way in from the floor, and he's the #1 reason why they're winning right now.
Cleveland's gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. Pass to Love. It's tipped. And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Thanks, guys. Now we see more and more top prospects bypass college or even leave high school early to make 6 figures playing for G League Ignite. For many years, going pro at such a young age was something we only saw abroad, but that reality is now here. Kevin?
I like it too, David. The landscape is shifting, and I think for the better. Thank you for the report. And so it looks like the 76ers will retain possession here. Well, now let's check out the rookies shooting the highest percentage over the last 10 games. A very confident group of young men right now. And you look at P, leading the league in field goal percentage. He always gets good looks. Getting another opportunity here to see that powerful rejection.
Sharp instincts on D there. Just timing when to rise up and swat that one away.
Garland, the pass to Osman. Feeds to Allen. And the rejection by Marjanovic. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Marjanovic. And the Cavaliers with some changes. Markkanen, he's checked in for Allen. Colin Sexton comes in for Isaac Okoro. And Ricky Rubio subbed in for Garland. Then for the 76ers, Harris checked in for Marjanovic. Watanabe comes in for P. And Matisse Thybulle subbed in for Maxey. A minute 50 left in the third quarter. It's Thomas outside. Another 3 for Philadelphia. And let's get your take, guys, on the hustle stats for the 76ers. There's the feed to Markkanen. Love outside. To end the run. Sinks the triple.
Their three-point percentage has taken a big leap here in this second half.
For Philadelphia, they've gone 9 of 10 on their attempts in the third quarter. That is 90% from the field. What a roll they're on. And that one's good. Thybulle.
Out of their last 5 makes, how about all 5 from long range?
Outside, Sexton. And the layup's good off the glass. Sexton's got his 3rd basket of the night right there.
You know, you got to respect Sexton's scoring ability. The closer he gets inside, the more effective he is.
That was a second look at our Mobile One drive. Amazing control on display.
And the awareness of his footwork and body on that drive. Wow.
Rubio, the pass to Markkanen. Back to Rubio. 5 on the clock. It's deflected. 5 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Here's Thomas. Got it. Good job in the low post. Thomas got 8 here in the quarter. There's 21 seconds left in the third. Nice move. And it's Sexton penetrating. And it's good on the layup.
And a lethal slasher. Sexton does a great job of finding angles to the basket. Has that great burst to get to the rim. And he just powered that one down.
One of the game's top dunkers. Backs it out to Markkanen. Off target with his 3. And so it's the Philadelphia 76ers way out in front. Their lead at 38 points as we close out the quarter. The scoring has been tremendous, and they are shooting lights out. And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. And it's Neto with the ball. He'll bring it up for Cleveland. They'll be hosting Orlando for the next one. That'll be the latter half of this 2-game homestand. We've got Robin Lopez, and it's Stevens in at the 2-guard spot. That's the 5 for Cleveland right now. And Philadelphia calls time here. And if you need a lockdown defender, Richard, look no further than Matisse Thybulle.
Yeah, I watched him play in college at Washington, and in a short amount of time, this guy has proven that he can take on anyone. Exceptional at blocking shots at his position, but he's someone that you can throw on any team's best player, and I mean any team.
Present our New Balance Player of the Game, P.
And Kevin, it's a no-brainer. He's controlled every aspect of this game, and it's just so fun to see a player perform at a level that's just higher than anyone else out on the floor.
Well, to come in here facing a hostile crowd and have a game like he's had, that's what separates the good players from the great players. He got it again! Sensational!
My goodness. 50 for the game.
Yep, he is putting on a show. Here's Neto. He's guarded by Thomas. Stevens, the pass to Lopez. And Thompson sends it back.
Yeah, and they've shown effort and aggression in the paint really right from the tip. Their rebounding edge right now, massive.
It's good.
As they set their sights on locking up the win, he has to do everything in his power to make this happen.
The Cavaliers shooting a pretty low 34% thus far. Neto, the pass to Markkanen. Wade against Embiid. And the pass to Lopez. Shot clock at 6. Good D by Thompson. And the 76ers shooting just phenomenal here tonight. 73% from the field.
Well, part of their game plan was to block out the noise and just stay focused.
Oh, yeah, they're doing a terrific job not giving this hostile crowd anything to cheer about.
Left side, Markkanen. Passes it to Lopez. And just miss after miss right now. 76ers have gotten all 3 of their shots to drop here in the 4th quarter. They came out of the break on a roll. Lobbed up there for Thompson.
Well-rounded effort, and they show no signs of letting up.
Yeah, not just an impressive showing on offense, but on defense as well, executing their game plan perfectly.
Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively, for sure.
Markkanen throws it down.
And rising with such ease, Markkanen likes to get up top to bring it down.
Thomas passes to Guerrero. He kicks to Harden. Pass to Guerrero. Puts up a 3. The shot comes out. The Cavaliers have gone 1 of 5 from the field here in the 4th. A lot of misses, just the 1 make. Wade, right side. Markkanen inside the line. And misses it off the right side of the rim. For Philadelphia, they've gone an outstanding 4 of 5 from the field in the 4th quarter so far. The shot, no good. And Cleveland the other way now. Here's Stephens, guarded by Harden. The shot by Markkanen, nobody around. Markkanen missing again.
And he might have thrown himself off when he saw how much space he had from 3.
Here's Harden, and Harden with the stuff.
What an athlete Harden is. Gets off the ground so fast to hammer it down.
Cleveland's gotten off to an 0 for 2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. Marking a screen on Thomas. Here's Neto. Thomas with the block. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Cavaliers will retain possession. So it's both teams making substitutions here. Well, if you're just tuning in, welcome. We've got about 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth quarter. Well, Greg, we're seeing high schoolers now making 6 figures to play basketball. I bet you wouldn't have minded that in your time, would you?
I tell you what, it beats delivering the newspaper, right? It's still fresh and developing, but a lot of different opportunities are emerging.
Philadelphia with the ball. Stringing it together. They've got an 11-2 run going. Guerrero. He takes it in.
Wow. We are going to remember that one for a while.
I know I will, Greg. That was special. That was really special. And so it's Mobley with it. He'll bring it up for the Cleveland Cavaliers. A floater. Kicks it out to Rubio. Three-pointer. And Philadelphia grabs the miss. Thompson's got 6 rebounds in the game. Guerrero, the pass to Thibault. Here's P. He's guarded by Markkanen. Kept alive. The second chance effort. And the nice bucket inside for Marjanovic.
And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for Philadelphia.
The one area that stands out that we've seen tonight from them, their aggressiveness in getting steals, something I know that you really value yourself.
I think it sparked their offense. It deflates the opposition, and when you have the type of effort we saw tonight, it's pretty hard to overcome that defensive pressure down the stretch.
And so looking at their number, this will be win number 22 on the year.
And once it becomes official, this win gives them a nice confidence boost against this team. They'll face them twice more this season.
And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for P.
He did a great job following his team's game plan and not rushing anything on offense, which allowed him to catch fire.
Sexton at the line for your Cavaliers with 2 shots.
He misses the free throw.
And how about the explosiveness of Sexton, a crafty floor general who is consistent in how hard he attacks the defense.
Juan Hernangomez, he's checked in for Philadelphia. And he's good on the second.
Ooh, you hope that leaving points at the line won't come back to haunt them.
Rubio against Thomas. Here's Marjanovic. And Marjanovic with the slam.
They just blocked out the noise, kept on grinding, and this is their reward.
All road wins. They're just so sweet. They're just so sweet. You know why? Because they are so hard to come by.
The open look here for Sexton. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Thompson. Rubio looking it over. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Allen with the screen for Sexton. And Philadelphia grabs the miss. And so the 76ers can now just hold on to the ball. Thomas kicks to Hernangomez. Marjanovic, a screen on Mobley. He lobs up the alley-oop pass and out of bounds. The Cavaliers will take it.
Those are the turnovers that have coaches pulling their hair out. Why do you think I'm bald?
it's the 76ers winning this one easily. This one was over well before the final buzzer. The fans were waiting for something to get excited about, Greg, but they never got it.
They sure didn't. I mean, they just rolled to this win. They made it look really easy. What an efficient performance at both ends.
And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Hey, Kevin, thank you. Joel, a statement win. What should people know about this team?
You know, we tough, especially defensively. That's our motto. We want to guard, we want to get stops, and I think we did that pretty well tonight. But you know, we young, we learning every day, and we're gonna be really good.
Well, looks like it's coming fast. Appreciate your time. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you. And that'll do it, folks. This is Kevin Harlan thanking you for watching. We'll see you next time. Have a great evening.
The 76ers anxious to get off the bus and get down to business. A look from earlier as they arrived at the arena. It's the NBA on 2K Sports. And our broadcast team tonight, Grant Hill and Steve Smith. Allie LaForce, our reporter. And a chance to check out our Rookie of the Year list. Some incredible talent entering the league. What an incredible start to his rookie season. Sitting in the #1 spot right now, but I'm sure this will be an exciting rookie race.
And you know his confidence must be soaring, sitting at the top of this impressive list of young talent.
Even though this season's just getting started, it's a big accomplishment, a testament to his relative maturity.
Well, this one's about to get going, but first, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
Thank you very much, Brian. Well, asked to describe the Grizzlies' culture, John Morant said, quote, drippy. If anybody knows what that means, that's our identity. Some don't like it, but it gives us an edge, a boost, a lot of energy out there on the floor. So we are going to continue to do it. Brian?
Drippy, Allie. I like it. I know what that means, by the way. Here in the middle part of the season, Grant, what are the biggest challenges for players?
Well, B.A., it's mental, physical, and emotional fatigue. Night in and night out, you have to stay focused. With the amount of games teams play, all those back-to-backs, traveling across the country, bringing it every time out can be difficult.
So let's take a look at the starters for the Philadelphia 76ers. They've got Tyrese Maxey. Tristan Thompson is out there with Joel Embiid. Then it's James Harden. And it's P in at the small forward. And for Memphis, Brooks and Jackson, the defensive forward pair. Morant and Bane in the backcourt together. And it's Adams in at the center spot. Morant. And count that. 2 points and a chance for one more at the line.
Stronger than his frame might suggest. That's a big-time and one by Ja.
A unique talent. Ja Morant has taken the NBA by storm. Grant, does Ja remind you of anyone?
Well, many people, including Paul George, have compared Ja to a young D. Rose. Yet each explosive athletes at the one position. Both Ja and Rose leading their teams at a young age as well. He's consistent from out there, especially when you give him that kind of room.
Floats one up. 6 on the shot clock. Jackson, the pass to Morant. That basket is good. Off the assist from Jackson. Morant's got 5.
With the ball on the string, Ja Morant is toying with the defense. Beautiful.
And P gets it to go.
Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
Wow, that's a defensive breakdown. Can't do that against good scores.
Here's Morant. The Sixers getting their last shot to go. Count the basket. He has 7.
Hard to overstate Morant's shooting ability. It just comes natural to him.
Morant's gone a perfect 3 for 3 so far. Here's Harden. Good on the bucket.
Well, this gives you some confidence when you drop 3 straight to start the game.
And that streaking rack attack is the Mobile One drive.
Yeah, aggressive take there to get inside. They're looking to make things happen to try and take control of this game.
Almost 2 minutes into the first here. You got a piece of it. Pass to P. And that one is hammered home.
The BA, when he gets the rim in his sights, it's tough to stop.
So aggressive and a determined finisher. Nice. Now here's Jackson doing some damage on the offensive end, putting up a little over 14 points a game. And the call will be against James Harden. That's his first foul of the game. Here in the first quarter with about 2 minutes gone by. Jackson with a screen on Harden. Here's Morant.
Tristan Thompson, his wingspan bothering that shot.
And it's Morant again missing. Here's P. And a two-handed jam.
He throws it down with 2 hands. You know he won't mess that up.
Not this guy. He is a big-time finisher.
If you look back to the Grizzlies postseason last year, there's one thing to remember. For most of their core guys, that was only their second trip to the playoffs.
Morant against Maxey. Pass to Harden. Launches a 3. And the 76ers another 3.
And they're building up steam, getting out in front and trying not to look back.
They're doing it by building it out, step by step, valuing each possession.
Timeout called, the Grizzlies. An outstanding month of games, he's earned this honor, your Eastern Conference Player of the Month.
He's made himself the cornerstone of their offensive efforts recently, and he's providing for his squad in every regard on that end of the floor. Scoring, passing, picks, you name it, he's doing it.
Now here's Bane. Last game for him, he had 14. Adams finds Morant. Adams a screen. Looking to win the run, and it's blocked by Embiid.
We see it time and time again. Embiid relishes his role as an intimidator.
And that one is stuffed right through.
They're simply not missing. Unreal.
Good shooting can be contagious. You see the confidence running through this team right now.
And how about our AT&T 5G Slam Cam? Couldn't have captured that play any better. Morant, the pass to Jackson. Outside Bain. Ooh, Thompson with the block.
Great timing by Tristan Thompson on that block. That's his forte.
Harden. And the shot counts. He's fouled, and it's a chance for a three-point play. All right, guys, what's your take on the hustle stats for the 76ers?
They are making a statement so far on the defensive end, sending shots away in incredible fashion. Loving the hustle.
And also the coaching staff has to love the hustle so far. Just playing with great energy, getting out and converting in transition.
That's good from Harden. And Harden, a former league MVP, three-time scoring champ. Grant, the only thing he's missing is a title.
Yeah, B.A. I mean, it would only help cement his legacy. For years, he'd carry his team only to run out of gas in the playoffs. But postseason success counts for a lot when it's all said and done.
For Philadelphia, they've gotten all 8 shots to go. They are red hot. Back to Harden. From deep. No luck on that one. Now Memphis takes it the other way. That's good from Jones. Thibault, he's checked in for the Sixers. For Memphis, they've gone 4 of 9 in this one so far. Jones, the pass to Clark. Back to Jones, and it's blocked. Here's Watanabe. Williams defending. And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
What a way to begin this game. Dominating at both ends of the floor.
They came in prepared, focused, and really jumped on the other team early.
And the Grizzlies shooting about 40% in the early stages of this game. Pass to Tillman. Now Jones. Takes one from 10 feet. Oh, rejected by Marjanovic. On the break. And Fall gets it to go.
Their offense looking like a well-oiled machine.
Here's the Grizzlies with the ball. It's a 13-point game. And, guys, this is the first they're seeing of the 76ers this year.
And last year's games were interesting to watch, considering that each team came out with a win against the other.
This is going to be a fun first game between these two squads. Buckle up.
Oh, got that bucket in no time at all.
You can't help but look toward their defense. They're totally lost.
There's 53 seconds left in the first. Clark with the screen. Here's Conchar. Boy, no scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. 2 on the clock. Oh, rejected by Marjanovic. Pass to Thomas. From the arc. And they get it back to the inside. And Fall gets it to go.
That's been typical of their performance today. They're sharing the ball and creating good shots.
Clark outside. Oh, they get a hand on it. And here's the fast break.
Second team foul. Shooting for Philadelphia. Taco Fall. 2 shots.
Shooting 2.
He misses the free throw. And the second free throw is good. 8 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Clark outside. And there's the drive. And rejected. They retain possession. And so it's Philadelphia leading by 17 at the end of the period. And their defense has stood out, wreaking havoc for the opposition. Back to the game after this break. Great to have you with us. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. Or the 76ers at the top of their game, huh?
Well, I think it's pretty obvious they were well prepared defensively coming in.
Yes, what they do, they take away the things that teams like to do offensively, also keeping them out of sync.
Inside, it's the pair of Jackson Jr. and Adams. Payne and Brooks out on the wing, and it's Morant in at the 1. That's the group for Memphis to kick off the second quarter.
In the 2021-22 season, we saw Ja Morant go from a star to a bona fide superstar, averaging over 27 points, 6 assists, and 5 rebounds.
And he drops the first. Well, Smitty with Morant. His ascension into superstardom was quicker than expected.
B.A., before he tweaks his knee, he was in the top 5 for the MVP race, putting himself among the league's elite at the age of 22. And with his passion, he's only going to get better.
Come on now, guys. That's flat out insane.
Hey, when's the last time you saw a jam like that? Joel Embiid with the board.
And the shooter had very little space on that attempt.
And you know, we always talk about this. Just changing the shot can be just as effective as blocking it, even though it's less spectacular.
We all know rebounding is about effort. Embiid is showing lots of it. I love how he's unwilling to give up on the play.
Now here's Morant. 33 points last game. There's Jackson with the 3. Always a nice way to start. Makes his first one.
This team looks to him to score the ball. They feel good when he's taking the shots.
Here's P. Offline with a 3. A challenging stretch here for Memphis. Now here's Morant. Give him 8. Jackson with a screen on Harden. Shoots from 12. And he got the whistle on the way up. So he'll be headed to the line for a pair. That's on Joel Embiid.
Shrewd decision on the shot by Morant. Goes into the defender to make sure he gets fouled.
That free throw no good. In 2013, Steven Adams was selected 12th overall by OKC, the first rounder born in New Zealand.
Yeah, B.A. Well, Adams is blazing a new trail. An example for kids in his home island of New Zealand. You, too, can become an NBA player.
Marjanovic checked in for Philadelphia. Maxey comes in for Hernan Gomez. Morant. It's hauled in by the Sixers. They led the game at one point by 20. Next up, they'll take on the Rockets at Toyota Center. That'll be the back end of a 3-game road trip.
He's been a big factor in their offense tonight, making shot after shot.
Timeout called. Memphis. And the three-point contest is one of the highlights of All-Star Weekend. Here are some of the contenders who have a shot to compete in the event.
And perhaps that list changes a little between now and All-Star Weekend, but I would have no problems if those guys end up competing.
He's in third in voting. It looks like he's going to earn a spot in the three-point contest.
And he's going to be dangerous. 100% he could win it in what should be an absolutely loaded field.
And we'll keep you posted as we get closer to All-Star Weekend. But that's our current list for the three-point contest.
It's going to be a fantastic competition. We've got an endless supply of shooters in this league, and that contest will be heated. You could just see how in sync they were there.
That's what it takes to pull that off. The Grizzlies have gotten only 1 of 4 shots to go in. Now here's Brooks. The D's right on him. Jackson, the screen. A good look from Bain. Plenty of room that knocked down that one. Bain's got his first 2 points of the night.
Rock solid screen right there. The defender got completely lost.
Hey, if you're not going to fight over, you're essentially giving the shooter the look he wants.
Now here's Brooks. 17 points in his last outing. Morant finds Adams. Outside for Brooks. From downtown, knocks down the triple. Brooks has got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
Well, Brooks prefers to shoot his threes head on, but he has the stroke to make the short corner shot.
Here's Marjanovic. And good work on the boards as they picked up the second chance points. And the 76ers lead by 18. Over to the left wing, and here's Morant outside.
He's kind of lost his way this period, having a hard time getting anything to go down.
Maxey passes to Thompson. Here's Marjanovic. And a nice finish on the layup. Marjanovic got 6 here in the quarter. You know, with all the dunkers out there, some players make sure they don't end up on too many posters. Grant, you ever make a business decision?
Yeah, you know, I made a few business decisions through my career. Look, as a competitor, you want to make sure that you can play defense, give it your all, contest at the rim when you feel that you can. But when someone like a Vince Carter in the midst of insanity, that's when you make a business decision. And that's a smart decision.
And the Grizzlies with possession here. The Sixers getting their last shot to go. Bain against Maxey. Bain, no good.
Out of character for him to miss that shot. Maybe just a little too casual there.
It's been an outstanding performance for them in just about every area.
Especially considering it's on the road in front of a tough crowd. They've been able to block out the distractions.
All right, now a timeout called by Memphis.
And the improvement of Tyrese Maxey's three-point shot from his first season to second year, just unprecedented. He improved by over 12% with a huge increase in attempts as well.
A line change here for Memphis. Ball, he's checked in for Philadelphia. Thomas comes in for Harden. Clark outside. Outside Jones. Williams with the screen. Pass to Tillman. Shot clock at 5. Tillman with a screen. Conchar can't hit. And for a player with the speed and quickness of Maxey, Grant, leveling up that three-point shot changes everything for him.
Oh, so true, B.A. It becomes pick your poison with him. And it put him in a conversation last year for most improved player.
Outside, Williams. Pass to Tillman. Now Clark. Shot to end the cold streak. Oh, rejected by Marjanovic.
And they're up considerably because of their efforts on the glass.
Ooh, and he took a hard foul on the shot. So he'll head to the line to shoot a pair.
Everyone in the building saw the obvious contact.
Shooting for Philadelphia.
And he makes the first.
At the line for 2.
Both free throws good from Maxey. Memphis has gone 2 of 4 from the perimeter in the second so far. 30 seconds left to play in the first half of basketball. Clark finds Jones. Back to Clark. Good setup. Led him to the rack perfectly for the layup. Clark's got his first points of the night.
And he gives up some size inside, but makes a great adjustment on the finish.
And that takes skill and the ability to make adjustments as you're going up.
And just executing at a high level. I mean, taking what the defense allows and putting in the work.
The reason why they've stayed aggressive and they have not let up this entire night. And at this point, I wouldn't expect them to.
The rebounding numbers make it obvious why they're in front.
Effort's been there, check mark. The physicality, check mark. They set the tone for this game early on.
The 76ers, 54.
Joel, you got out to an early lead. A lot to like in your performance.
Allie, as always, thank you. We'll be back.
Hello, everybody. We're here to break it all down. And through the first half of play, it's a very commanding lead for the Philadelphia 76ers.
Coach has to be loving the all-around production. Each guy carrying his weight. That's a luxury to have, and it's fun to watch.
Yeah, total team effort tonight. And moving on, time to check out the midseason NBA power rankings.
Looking at Philadelphia, they're the top dog at the moment. You have to say they've earned it with their play on the court. Stellar performances.
You can nitpick other spots in the power rankings, but you have to agree that this team has shown they deserve that number one spot, Shaq.
Can you repeat what I just said one more time and watch what happens? This is exactly what I said. I said you can nitpick other spots in the power rankings, but you have to agree this team has shown they deserve the number one spot. It's just what I said.
Thanks for tuning in. Now it's time to head back over to Brian Anderson for the start of the third quarter.
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the rout that it's threatening to be. They're going to turn it over. They couldn't get it inbounds in time. And now in December, here's what the Eastern Conference standings look like. Taking a look at the 76ers, they're sitting at the top of their conference right now with the #1 record.
When I look at the 76ers, they've just been relentless coming out of the gates. And what I love is that everyone is focused. You couldn't have asked for a better start.
They were in midseason form right off the bat. And like you said, that focus, it shows how determined this group is to make this a season to remember.
Probably a play they drew up in the locker room at half.
Listen, put the ball in the hands of your best scorers and let them go to work. Keep it simple.
And on the floor for Doc Rivers as we get into the second half. They've got Tristan Thompson, James Harden out there with Maxey. Then it's Joel Embiid. And it's P in at the 3, the small forward. Here's P. And he throws it down with one hand.
Talk about taking advantage of the opportunity.
How about the anticipation right there that led to the steal? Then he goes straight to the bucket.
Great activity at both ends. Great teamwork as well.
Morant, the pass to Bane. Brooks outside. Six to shoot. Pass to Jackson. Fires for 3. That one doesn't drop. So Philadelphia will take it the other way. Maxey finds Thompson. Here's P, hounded by Morant. Screen by Embiid. To the wing on the left. For 3, Maxey. Count it from distance. Maxey's got 7 points.
3 straight buckets to start the half. This is how they wanted to come out and execute.
Brooks, the pass to Jackson. And the dunk by Jackson.
This is a big target coming off the pick and roll. Jaren's lethal in this set. Dylan Brooks has had one heck of a start to his career. He's a solid rotational player. Even though that one didn't go down, I like the offensive game plan here. 3 for 4 coming out of the break.
And Tyrese Maxey gets the whistle that time. That'll be a second foul of the game. And the 76ers making a change here. Harris is checked in.
Tobias Harris.
And now around 2 minutes gone by in this half. And the call will be against James Harden. That's foul number 2 for him. As for Dylan Brooks, he's the glue that holds these guys together, Smitty.
No doubt, B.A. He's their emotional leader on this team. He can take over games at times offensively. He is really the heartbeat of this club.
Now here's Morant. He's got 11. Driving inside. Oh, there's Morant with the slam.
The quickness of Ja Morant is what makes his drives deadly. Where did he go?
Here's P. Brooks defending. Pass to Embiid. And he banks in the layup.
Just crushing it here. 80% to start the half.
The Grizzlies have gotten 3 of 4 shots to fall so far in the third. Here's Morant. Oh, there's Morant with the slam.
With the ability to beat his defender in a number of ways, Morant is truly a dynamic scorer.
Here's P. Gets the 3 to fall. 21 points in the game.
This defense just can't stay connected to shooters.
Payne, the pass to Brooks. Adams with the ball. Outside Morant. Here's Jackson. And the Grizzlies get another bucket right there.
Man, that's now 10 straight points in the paint. I'm not sure what's happened to their defense.
Pass to P from deep. Grizzlies with the rebound. It's off to Detroit after this game, where they will face the Pistons. It's a quick turnaround on the road. Just one game. Philadelphia has gone 7 for 17 from three-point range so far in this matchup. Three-pointer. Connects from downtown.
Here in the second half, they're really focused on stretching the floor.
This was obviously a focal point coming out of the break. Look smart when the shots are going down.
Outside for Brooks. Takes the 3. Drains the triple. Brooks has gotten a second bucket on the night.
After a poor offensive first half, some nice adjustments made by this staff, and their shooting percentage is climbing.
Harden, the pass to Maxey. Here's P. And the 76ers another 3.
He's been so aggressive on offense, and with the results, you understand why.
You know why? Success breeds confidence, and he's certainly been successful from there, time and time again.
Now here's Jackson. That one off the back iron and out.
Trying to take advantage of soft defense, he might have gotten over-eager.
Here's P. Brooks with the rebound. The Grizzlies have gone 6 for 9 in the half. Second chance effort. Jackson can't get it to go. The 76ers have gone 7 of 10 here in the second half. Here's P. Fires in the triple.
He's really finding his rhythm here. I mean, smart move to keep feeding him the ball.
Let him decide whether to shoot it, whether to pass it. He's your catalyst right now.
Now here's Payne. You know, his stats have been solid, averaging around 18.5 points a game. Here's P, pounded by Morant.
You know he's going to take a lot of shots out there. He's their #1 option right now.
Memphis has gone 1 of 2 shooting from the perimeter since halftime. To end the run. That shot off. The 76ers shooting 74%. Just an unbelievable offensive display here. Pass to Maxey. Here's P. Beyond the arc. And the 76ers another 3.
And it hasn't just been their stellar offense. Their defense has been effective as well.
Yes, when it's going good, it feels easy. These are the nights you relish, but they're tough to replicate.
And here's Bane. Brooks outside. 5 on the clock. Adams a screen. Oh, got it off in time, but it's no good. And 3/4 of play in the books. This one's all but over already. Sixers ahead. Just. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
Woo, I'm fired up to see this dish one more time. It's always great to see your two guards share the wealth.
Very unselfish. If you appreciate teamwork, this is the kind of play that will get you up out of your seat.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same for the first three quarters. Brandon Clark out there with Xavier Tillman. Then there's Tyus Jones. Then it's John Conchar. And it's Williams in at the three. That's the lineup in the game for Memphis. Fires from deep. On target from range.
They're getting torched on the perimeter. 4 of the last 5 buckets have been threes.
Here's Jones, and good. Got the friendly bounce off the right side of the rim.
That's a move you won't see many guys make. Impressive stuff.
The three. Second chance shot, and he sinks the layup.
And when you're the ones trying to fight your way back into the game, you simply cannot allow second chances.
Especially when you're this far down, you have to make the most of every sequence.
Jones, the pass to Clark. And we've heard the cautionary tales in the past. Does it seem like players today are getting better financial advice, in your opinion, Grant, to make their money last?
Yeah, B.A., I think they're getting better financial advice, but I also think that the times that we're in, I think there's more awareness. Players understand the pitfalls or potential setbacks. The social media, digital age, all the information's there. So players today, yes, they're making more money, and I actually think they're doing a better job of protecting and saving their money, too.
Great positioning on the putback.
They've come into the second half with renewed focus at the offensive end, putting in a big effort.
And P gets it to go. Give him 39.
Time and time again, they're creating good looks from close range.
Pass to Williams. Takes a three. Rebound by the 76ers. Here's P. Laid it in with a nice touch off the window.
And now, almost all their points coming from the paint.
The Grizzlies have gone 3 of 5 since this fourth quarter started. Here's Jones. It doesn't go for him. So Philadelphia will take it the other way. Here's P. And they recover it. Fall. Pass to P. There's the triple. And it's Tillman with a rebound. Memphis has gone 1 for 3 in the fourth quarter from range. They've been having major problems offensively.
Definitely in a bit of a dry spell.
Clark right side. Back to Conchar. To the paint. And the basket by Clark.
Beautiful location on the pass as usual. Led his man perfectly.
Pass to P. And he dunks it down.
Now that's how you rock the rim. Give him the 2 points and add a little style there as well.
Ridiculous. Impressive looks on the AT&T 5G Slam Cam. For Memphis, they've gone 4 of 7 from the field in the fourth quarter. Jones, the pass to Clark. Here's Conchar. Well, when you look at the wing position, how do you feel it's evolved since you played, Smitty?
Well, they've been asked to do more, B.A., especially on the defensive end. Mostly wings now are asked to guard 1 through 5 with teams switching a lot. And also a lot of these wing guys are asked to run the offense.
And he's not taking it easy on them at all. I mean, we all know he's going to keep pouring it on.
I mean, defensively, if you have any hope of coming back in this game, you can't afford to give him those looks.
Now Philadelphia with it. They're on a 16-6 run. Here's P. Offensive rebound. Outside Thibault. Here's P. Williams defending. Second shot opportunity. And P gets it to go.
And I respect the strategy. Despite the sizable lead, you got to stay in attack mode.
You want to stay aggressive, right at the rim, driving another nail into the coffin.
Such a wide open look.
And that's a defensive lapse. A shooter of his caliber can't be left wide open.
Here's P. Yet another bucket.
My goodness, 50 for the game.
Just putting on a show.
Oh, that was nasty. A two-hand mega slam.
Man, I don't think anyone was going to stop him there.
Well, the scoreboard tells you everything you need to know about this one. A great showing here for the 76ers.
And it was a big-time performance across the board. They looked like they were having fun out there, Greg.
Yeah, B.A., it was almost like watching a cat play with a mouse. I mean, they did pretty much anything they wanted to do out there today.
And with this one safely in the books, it'll mark their 23rd win of the year.
And they meet just twice, so taking the first meeting means a lot to this team.
And when you look at the game, the one thing that helped fuel this team to victory was the efficiency for P.
He played with a lot of fire, a lot of heart, especially on the glass. He's one of those guys who acts like every rebound is his, and many of them were tonight.
Here's P, defended by Jones. Hernan Gomez sets a screen. Here's P. Oh, plenty of contact on that shot. Officials call the foul, and he'll take 2 free throws now. That's on Brandon Clark.
Shooting for Philadelphia. Taking 2 shots.
First one falls for him. Ja Morant, he's checked in for Memphis. The 76ers also with a sub. Watanabe's checked in, and that's good as he hits both shots. So it's the Grizzlies now. Takes a step back, and it's Morant off the drive. Morant with the slam!
As creative as they come, Ja Morant has a style that's specifically his.
2-second difference between shot and game clock. And he lobs it up to the rim. And an emphatic jam on the lob.
That's an inspired ball club. They fought hard, and during the most important moments, they made big plays.
Especially during this last run, which ultimately put the game away.
So it's the 76ers winning this one easily. To walk into enemy territory and deliver a performance like that, that says a lot about this squad.
They really came in looking confident and didn't let anything shake them. This is what a dominant team looks like.
Well, now a minute to check in with Allie LaForce. She's courtside. Hey, Allie.
Well, James, you're facing a back-to-back. You're on the road. It's a tough schedule, but so far so good.
It's tough, man. We're a resilient team. We work extremely hard, you know what I'm saying? So put the pressure on us, but we're mentally tough. Big-time win on the road, and we got another one tomorrow.
Resiliency is key in the NBA. Thanks, James.
All right, Allie, thank you. And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Steve Smith, Grant Hill, and Allie LaForce, I'm Brian Anderson. Thank you for watching this 2K Sports coverage of the NBA. Now, our New Balance Player of the Game.
Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the
To celebrate our nation, that was Skylar Cole with tonight's national anthem performance. Broadcasting live, 2K Sports presents the NBA. And now, Greg, that we're into the meat of the season, are you seeing any emerging trends out there?
For a few years, the trend had been guys shooting from farther and farther out. But, Kevin, I think we're seeing a return of the big man, a more concerted effort to attack the interior.
Look at the 76ers starting group. P out there with Thompson. Then it's Harden. Then there's Embiid. And it's Maxey in at the 2 guard. And the foul on Harden. That is his first foul of the game.
And really just a great play to sacrifice his body and take the charge.
Heads up action there. Reading the play and then beating him to the spot. Well done.
Now here's Porter. And there's a whistle that's going to go on James Harden. That'll be his second foul of the game.
I think he's trying to do too much. He's not playing within himself. 2 fouls in less than a minute. He's got to turn it back a little bit, dial himself down.
Isaiah Thomas is checked in for the 76ers. Porter against Thomas. 14 feet away. He grabs the miss. Pass to Embiid. Got a piece of it. Porter with the steal. And it's Houston on the break. Porter's running. No good on that one. Good D by Thompson. Now the 76ers with it. Want to keep rolling here following the win against Memphis.
Yeah, those road games are tricky, but they had a good strategy going in and stuck to what they do best.
Yeah, you know, game balls all around in that one. A terrific team effort. They trusted in their system and executed well to get the win. During the last decade, the 2010s, Houston had loads of success. The 4th most wins in the league during that time. Unfortunately, they never got to the final.
Green and the rejection by Embiid.
You know, that's a quick big time. Well, that's just good heads-up basketball from Embiid, making the pass to the open man.
Nice angle on that replay with the AT&T 5G Slam Cam. Now here's Porter. He had 15 points last outing.
Tough start, missing their first 5 shots.
Thompson passes to Guerrero. From outside the arc, another 3 for Philadelphia.
And right out of the gates, they are locked and loaded. 3 straight scores early.
The Rockets have gone 0 of 5 here to start the game. Start for them. Gordon with it. Picked up by Thompson. And it's Gordon missing. Philadelphia's gone 2 of 2 from 3-point range here in the first quarter. It's stolen by Smith. Porter against Thompson. There's Gordon with the 3. Unable to get that one. Now the 76ers take it the other way. And this is the first season matchup for them against this Rockets team.
Yeah, an interconference matchup, and these are 2 teams at different ends of the spectrum as far as the talent is concerned.
Well, you know, they swept the season series a year ago. The expectation is they'll do the same thing again this time around.
And now the first timeout called here for the Rockets. Now we have a chance to pay homage to the Eastern Conference Player of the Week, P.
Well, you talk about a player displaying complete dominance on the floor. This is it. And it seemed like he could do no wrong as he was a factor in really every facet of the game. A truly remarkable performance.
The Rockets again can't hit. Philadelphia with the ball. They picked up 11 straight. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. P's got 10 points in the game.
Oh, great ball movement there.
Rockets trail by 13. Porter passes to Smith. Over Thompson. And a little luck that time, but it drops.
Finally, after all those clanks, someone comes through for him.
Well, you knew it eventually was going to happen. I mean, my goodness, a tight start to this one, but maybe that'll ignite some more buckets to be made. Boy, he's got to be kicking himself for failing to make that shot. That's money.
Porter passes to Chris. It's good. Chris has got it back down to within single digits for the Rockets.
Fantastic job moving the ball there by Porter Jr., understanding exactly what was available when his teammates were open.
And the 76ers decide to take their first timeout here.
Once again, they check your
A new lineup here for Houston. And with this chance, let's quickly go to our rookie leaderboard and find out who the top assist men are among the first-year players. And you look at P, one of the best passers in the NBA, always looking to get his teammates involved.
A number of gifted passers entering the NBA this season, and he's right up there among the very best. I like what I've seen from him as a distributor.
All these threes they're giving up have really been the driving force on this run.
Now, here's Nwaba. It's hauled in by the 76ers. P's got his 6th rebound on the night. Here's Maxey. Whistle blows, bucket is good, and he'll have a chance at the line to make it a three-point play.
Defensively, giving up far too many open rhythm looks.
And to battle back, they've got to shore up the defense. I mean, there's no other way to come back from a deficit unless you play good defense.
Rockets trail by 15. 1:49 left in the first. Outside, Martin. Rebound by the 76ers.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over him.
If the name doesn't give it away, Clark, Kenyon Martin Jr. has basketball in his blood.
Well, Kevin, you heard me say it before. You cannot run away from the DNA. His father was a first overall draft pick and a really fun and good player to watch. You definitely see him in Kenyon Martin Jr., who is very gifted in his own right and making a nice name for himself.
Pass to Guerrero.
My goodness.
And down it goes, jamming that one home.
Well-rounded effort, and they show no signs of letting up.
Almost no holes in their performance tonight. They've been tremendous.
Timeout called the Rockets.
First in blocks, first in field goal percentage, and they're also first in three-point shooting. That's a big statement. No other team has this kind of long-range artillery.
And Craig, to be top of the league in blocks, they're playing a brand of defense that all but takes away an opponent's inside game. Şengün finds Nwaba. Back to Şengün. In the corner, Tate with it. That one's off, still out of sync.
And, you know, the defense to me looked like they were okay to let him prove he could make that shot.
Marjanovic, no good. Last outing for Houston, it was a loss to the Warriors in San Francisco. Here's Nwaba, and that one is stuffed right through.
And giving up some inches inside, but makes up for it with an aggressive style.
Yeah, you know, with that size difference, that's not an easy shot. I mean, I don't care how close to the rim he is, that's a tough shot.
He with the bucket.
Their play on both ends has been superb. We'll see if they can maintain the momentum.
And, you know, nothing like getting an opponent on the ropes early. You love that if you're on that side of the scoreboard, and they are landing some haymakers now.
Let's take a second look at that fantastic block.
And big defensive plays like that will help them stay in control of this one.
Eight seconds left to play in the first quarter. To the paint. Şengün passes to Christopher. That will count. And the last second attempt does not go in for him. And so it's Philadelphia controlling the game and finishing the quarter with a 20-point lead. And so So far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. And a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for the 76ers.
We've got a bunch of this game yet to be played, but they're shooting it well from the three-point line. That's got to be a welcome sight.
Cultivating a lot of assists right now, which is beautiful to see. Love the way they're working that ball around.
Porter Jr. is the point with Green on the wing. The front court is Tate and Smith, and it's Chris in at the 5. That's the 5 for Houston right now. Clark, with the dramatic rise in three-point shooting, do you think the league will ever experiment with a four-point shot?
I don't think so, Kevin. That's a bit gimmicky for me, but I'm somewhat old school and traditional. I think you could maybe test it out somewhere, maybe in the All-Star game or the G League. The league hasn't been shy about trying new things and seeing what works and what doesn't. A fantastic defender. Embiid is consistent, not only blocking shots, but going after them as well, especially when he's in the area.
Eric Gordon, he's checked in for the Rockets. Tipped away. And now Philadelphia on the break. Harris with the ball. Guerrero, the pass to Harden. Makes it off the glass.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Really a prime example of the difference in how these teams have operated offensively. Much more individual play at the other end.
And Green gets it to go.
A nice decision from Green that time, showing you the savvy to go to the floater there.
And with Kevin Porter Jr. and Michael Porter Jr. and Otto Porter Jr. Guys, I'm sensing a pattern here.
It can even get a little confusing at times, but no relation that I'm aware of. They're just Porters, Juniors, and quality NBA players.
Now a timeout called by Houston.
You got nothing, Houston.
Juan Hernan Gomez, he's checked in for Harris. And let's take a peek at the players contending for a spot in the dunk contest this year. Each and every one of these guys can do amazing things around the bucket.
And they will. I guarantee you that we're going to see things in this year's contest that we've never seen before. Those fellas have some tricks up their sleeve for sure.
And you look at P, sitting at the top of the heap. Looks like he'll be planning on an appearance at the dunk contest this year.
Yeah, and I'm not surprised with his athleticism. This guy has got the goods, no doubt about it. The hops are incredible, and we'll just have to see what sort of creativity he can apply.
And so that's the breakdown as it currently stands. We'll be keeping you all updated with the latest info and, of course, our final list of contestants as we get closer.
Yeah, and if they don't invite me to be a judge, I'm still going.
And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. It's on Isaiah Thomas.
Porter able to draw the whistle there because he's such a dynamic scorer and playmaker.
And with the internet and social media, players Clark have so much more ability to engage with the public and be heard. Is that important?
Kevin, anytime you can empower folks to share their voice, their stories, and be authentic in their own way, I think that's a positive. Player empowerment is something that social media avails, not only to players, but I think to everybody. It doesn't just bring attention to the game, but also causes and commitments players have to their respective communities and issues that are going on in the world. So I think it can be far more good than bad when you think about the platform of social media.
Well, certainly, Clark, the 76ers, the past few seasons, have given their fans plenty to feel good about.
Yeah, and you know, those Philly fans are really hard to please. They have great expectations and knowledge to go along with it. But you're right. I mean, it's been much easier to look on the bright side in Philly recently. The talent and results have been trending up in recent years. Boy, that's how you execute in transition, guys. Embiid realizing an opportunity and then jumping all over.
Boy, this hurts to have to bring up, but I was there for the Rockets title-winning days back in '94 when I was with the Knicks. I saw Houston in the finals firsthand.
The Rockets making a switch here. Şengün's checked in. Back-to-back titles for the Rockets in the mid-'90s. You were just talking about that. Greg, what sticks out to you about those teams?
First and foremost, the dream, Hakeem Olajuwon. He doesn't get his due at times, but the dream is one of the all-time greats. Olajuwon's defense really changed games. Straight power, homie. I mean, he ripped it down with both hands.
Absolutely a resounding dunk.
Yeah, for sure. That was a take no chances, take no prisoner slam right there, guys.
Smith the pass to Porter. Smith sets the pick for Porter. Back to Smith. And some nice passing there by Houston. Pass to Porter. From the arc. And it's Gordon missing. 76ers have gone 8 of 10 from the field here in the second quarter. You've got to like how they've shot the ball. The wide open shot from Hernan Gomez. Off target from outside. And it's Gordon with the ball. He brings it up for the Rockets. They're off to San Antonio after this game, bringing their show to the AT&T Center. That'll be just one game played away from home for them.
That's his second foul of the first half. Not a big deal yet, but something to keep an eye on.
Catching up on the changes for Houston. Martin's checked in for Smith. David Mwaba comes in for Gordon. And it's Josh Christopher in for Porter.
Inside, Green's energetic play makes him really hard to contest without fouling. The defense's best effort turns into a foul.
Tate, he's checked in for Alperen Şengün. Maxey passes to Fall. There's the three. They get the rebound. Marjanovic. Here's the three. Green with the rebound. For Houston, they've gone 3 of 7 shooting the ball here in the second quarter. An easy 2 points on the layup. Green's got his second bucket tonight.
Showing off his inside game, which will complement Green's game on the outside. It'll force defenders to have to guard him in different places on the floor.
And Marjanovic with the slam.
And how about that? What a sensational finish.
Hey, you got to be able to get some hang time to do that one.
Yeah, to glide in and reverse it home like that, so sweet.
And with an update from the sidelines, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Thanks, guys. Now, Jalen Green is on a mission. He says, every time I step on the floor, I always have something to prove to who's ever in those stands. A lot of people will hate on me or have their opinions. I'm just going to think about that when I step on the floor. I'm going to prove everybody wrong. Kevin?
That's a great chip to keep on his shoulder. David, thanks. And that basket is going to count. Goaltending, the official call.
Just barely too late and catches it on the way down. He's already in the air there, committed, so can't fault him for going for the block.
Harris is checked in for Marjanovic. Now the pass to Thibault. There's the killer two-handed slam.
Give them credit. Offensively, they've been the more efficient team.
Well, you know, it's been all high percentage shots for them so far. I mean, just the kind of execution you want in the first half.
Christopher, no good.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
Guys, that's putting it mildly. I mean, they've been absolutely dominant.
Nwaba with it. He's averaging around 5.5 points a game. Here's Green. No good from 11 feet.
There wasn't much defensive resistance there.
Thanks so much, Dave, for the great interview.
Hey there, everybody. Shaq says hi. Kenny says hi, too. Yes, we are in the midst of the NBA season and a perfect time to see how things are coming together in the West. And, gang, how important is it to be holding that? Now let's talk about our game tonight. A night. And that's a halftime wrap.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. A fantastic game from P in this one.
Well, he left his mark on that first half with his quick hands. Great sense of timing to pile up the steals.
Well, I thought it was a great defensive performance for him so far. He's aware, he's alive, he's alert, quick to react to everything that's going on around him. Can't do it much better than that.
Getting underway in the second half. Here's the 5 for Doc Rivers. Tristan Thompson is out there with P. Then there's Embiid. Then it's Harden. And it's Maxey in at the shooting guard. P, no good. And for Houston, they're shooting 28%. A rocky performance for them offensively. And Jabari Smith, of course, with deep family ties, Greg, to the NBA.
His dad being the OG Jabari. All these guys are in that 6'10", 6'11" range. So great bloodlines.
The screen from Thompson. Here's Guerrero. Finishing with force. Whoa!
Shook that building all the way up.
That is not possible. What we just... is that possible?
I think it is, Greg. Not probable, but possible, like you said.
He's one of the few players in the NBA who can pull something like that off.
Here's Gordon, and the rejection by Harden. Out of bounds, Rockets ball as Houston keeps possession. And here are the Rockets now. Gordon outside.
Oof, this has been brutal. I mean, he still hasn't made a single shot. No wonder they're struggling.
Passes it to Guerrero. Harden with a screen on Gordon. Here's Guerrero. He dents the rim with a two-handed slam. Wow.
Yep, he's their leading scorer in this game and has been the dominant figure today. No doubt about it.
Rockets have gone 0-4 from the field in the second half. Yet to find the mark. Here's Porter. Stolen by Harden. To the inside. P with the bucket. P's got 41.
And it's coming easy for them right now. 5 baskets in a row in the paint.
And I say, hey, if it keeps working, go to it. Stay with it. I mean, until the defense responds and provides more resistance, keep making them pay. Offensively, the struggles continue. 0 for 5 to start the half.
Yep, that one goes. P's got 43 points.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
Here's Gordon. Got a hand on it.
Well, not really his best quarter as far as scoring. Let's see if he can eventually get back on track.
Well, part of their game plan was to block out the noise and just stay focused.
And what's been impressive is that it's not been any one player. It's been a collective effort, contributions from everybody.
Smith. Another miss by Houston.
No matter what looks they get, they just can't convert to stop this run.
And, they've got to be careful because this is when the team concept breaks down and guys start playing hero ball.
Hey, whatever adjustments they made at halftime, they are working to perfection.
They came out of the locker room, revved up the gas pedal, and haven't slowed down yet.
And another miss. Ooh, he's having a really ugly game.
Yeah, about as ugly as you can have, you're right. And there's the basket. Whistle blows and a chance for a three-point play. Going to the line for one.
Embiid is unstoppable, just too strong for the defense, no matter what they throw at him.
And the 76ers with some changes. Marjanovic checked in for Thompson. Hernan Gomez comes in for P, and Thomas subbed in for Maxey.
Hey, there's no denying the direction in Philly. They want to win now. The Sixers have an attitude coming from their front office that they want to get it done now, and I like seeing that.
Left side, Thomas. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. And for the 76ers organization, the expectation is, of course, Clark, a championship.
And that's where the expectation should be when you have a potential MVP in Joel Embiid. I mean, he's been an MVP candidate multiple seasons in a row. I think the Sixers should be thinking title.
And the 76ers with some changes. P, he's checked in for Joel Embiid. And Matisse Thybulle subbed in for James Harden.
The thing about Thomas you like and admire, he's an excellent leader. His winning mentality is contagious, and he typically lays it on the line every time he's on the court.
Here's Guerrero. The lead pass was put in just the right spot. P's got 47 points.
And at the offensive end, he's done about as much as they could have hoped for today.
2 minutes remaining.
Pass to Martin. Now, here's Tate. Drains it from beyond the arc. Tate's only got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game.
Not a bunch of energy from the defense, which is why he was free to knock that down.
Here's Guerrero. Good, another from three. Buries his 10th triple of the game.
Unbelievable.
Houston's gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. Knocked away. Thomas with the steal. And here comes Thomas leading the fast break. And he drops it in from the low post. Thomas got 5 now. And a moment here to take a look at some of the hustle stats for Philadelphia.
I like their defense tonight, and we don't talk about that side of the ball enough. You can really change a game when you get a bunch of steals and get out in transition.
The shooting's been great, but also how about the energy level? That's what's impressed me the most. They've been getting it up and down in transition, and that takes effort.
And this offense is in a perfect rhythm, and you can see how they're finishing their plays.
Boy, this is borderline ridiculous. I mean, every single attempt finding the bottom of the bucket.
And so Thomas will bring it up for the 76ers. They'll face the Lakers after this one. That'll be at home. Hernan Gomez finds Thomas, fires the three. It's good from long range. Thomas got 5 points now in the quarter.
That's a shot Thomas is never going to be shy about taking. I mean, he's got confidence that if the three-pointer is there, he'll make it.
Here's Christopher. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Yeah, easy call.
Yeah, you can hear the smack all the way over here where we are.
Houston shooting their 7th and 8th free throw attempts for the game right here. GA, the Houston Rockets coming off back-to-back losing seasons, and that has been tough for that franchise and for the city.
And Kevin, no doubt it affects the team's morale. It's hard to find the positives and see the road ahead, but listen, you got to stay strong and focus on just getting better every day.
Offensive rebound, Fall. And he battles for the ball and gets the second chance bucket.
When you allow good scorers to get uncontested shots at the rim, no wonder you're losing.
You know, he should be getting extra attention from the defense, not less.
Waba kicks to Martin. Misses the three. It could go. No good on the last second attempt there. And so it's Philadelphia enjoying the kind of gigantic lead you up. And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. And for Houston, they're shooting at ghastly 26% from the field. Their offensive game looking completely out of whack. They've got Martin, and it's Christopher in at the point. So that's who's on the floor for the Rockets.
Well, nice timing on these jumps. He's somewhat on the small side for a power forward, but he just never gives up.
Here's Watanabe. And they recover it. Fall passes to Harris, and he uses the glass on the layup.
Not a lot of resistance on the inside, and they're taking full advantage.
The play in the paint has gone almost entirely all their way.
Here's Matthews, and Matthews throws it down.
Flying high and throwing it down with the one-hand.
One of his favorite moves right there, guys.
Does it as well as anybody, fellas. Tremendous skill while in the air.
And the 76ers call time here. And now, let's take a look at the New Balance player of the game, P.
You know, from the jump, he was on a mission. You could see it. It was clear. Going after hoops, no matter what the defense tried, they had a tough time stopping him. I think he could have predicted early on we'd be talking about him right here and right now. That's how good he's been.
And as the star of this team, he knows he's going to be the object of the crowd's anger. And Matthews gets it to go.
What a move that time. Crossed up the whole building on that play.
For the three. P, no good. The Rockets have gotten all 3 of their shots to drop here in the fourth quarter. They came out of the break on a roll. Porter against Maxey. All alone. And he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in.
And his presence as a scorer, it just has a calming effect for the rest of the team. He's a fallback option whenever they need one.
Here's P. The shot. Good. That's another bucket.
And he's up to 52 points.
Yeah, making a GA look all too easy right now. Here's Porter. It's hauled in by Harris. Philadelphia's gone 0-3 so far in the fourth quarter from long range. Craps in the tray. P's got 55.
And those aren't the type of three-point opportunities that you can allow in the NBA.
You're exactly right. I mean, those come back to bite you every time, just like it's biting them now.
The offensive rebound. Here's Christopher. Nails the wide-open jump shot.
And I like how he draws the attention on the inside and then the nice little kick out in rhythm for the jumper.
A little over 2.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth quarter. He no good. For Houston, they've gone 5 of 7 from the field since the beginning of the fourth. Strong work at that end of the floor. Knocks it loose. And now the 76ers on the break. And even with the ratings going strong, the younger generations often cord cutting. How does the NBA engage that audience?
Kevin, I think making game action trend on social media and when big moments happen for maybe a small fee, allow people to be a part of it. It's like highlights, but live. Yeah, nice, strong finish there, nearly a three-point opportunity.
Full throttle, pedal to the metal, attacking basketball. I like that.
And Philadelphia will go for a different look here. Marjanovic checked in for Fall. Tristan Thompson comes in for Tobias Harris. Juan Hernan-Gomez, he's checked in for Watanabe. And Thomas subbed in for Maxey. Here's Nwaba. And the foul on P. That is his first foul of the game. Matisse Thybulle checked in for the 76ers.
Onto the floor for the 76ers. Matisse Thybulle.
And we're about 3.5 minutes into the fourth quarter. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
And with that lightning first step of Jalen Green, very few defenders have a chance of keeping him in front.
And Greg, one thing about that blinding speed of Green, he's got to make his reads faster as well.
I think the game is slowing down for him, though, Kevin. And that and speeding up his shot release will make him even tougher to deal with.
Timeout called, the 76ers.
Started.
He's checked in for Matisse Thybulle.
Once again for your lunch crew.
Look at the clock, a little under 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth. Another miss by Philadelphia.
He's missing shot after shot after shot from long range. With time running low, he'd be better off trying something else.
Now, here's Nwaba. Not a lot of room. Misses the layup. And it's Thomas with the ball. He brings it up for the 76ers. Oh!
Oh, man.
Boom, he jams it straight down.
You don't want to leave guys free when Thomas has the ball. He's really good at finding the open man. Solid possession there.
Nwaba offline with his three. For Philadelphia, they've gone 4 of 10 here in the final period. Not the time to go cold.
And they've hardly needed anyone else today to get out to this lead. I mean, he's provided almost all of their offense.
Here's Gordon, and it's blocked. Here's P. 1:31 left in the game.
Not quite enough defense that time around, just lucky he was off. Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it. Just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for Philadelphia.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, but an all-around dominant performance. And you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
Yeah, there was a sense of that, and man, they just pretty much blew them right out of the water. A clinic was put on display here today.
And so this is going to end up as victory number 24 on the year.
And so they win their first game against this squad. It's a 2-game season series, and they'll be going for the sweep the next time they face off.
When it is just a 2-game season series, the team winning game one has that slight mental edge going into the second meeting, knowing they've already solved their opponent one time and only have to do it one more time.
And you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for P.
Boy, from a scoring standpoint, he was absolutely sensational. Made the game look easy tonight.
Houston making a switch here. Martin's checked in.
Just good, aggressive drive from him that time. Found a hole in the D and went straight to the rim.
Here's Guerrero, and it's blocked by Gordon. Shot and game clock separated by 5. Now, here's Nwaba. Tight defense on him. And so it looks like the Rockets will retain possession here.
Substitution on the court.
"17 seconds left in the fourth. Here's P. What a play.
And I tell you what, he is one guy you do not stand in the way of when he decides to attack the basket.
So it's Philadelphia winning this one easily to come into an opponent's building and dominate the way they did tonight, says, I think, Greg, off. David, thank you as always. And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and David Owen, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. And we'll see you next time.
These bars never done. 3 stars in the sun. Blue, red, straight down on the flag. No, we never fear none. Most of us did go up with a